how you doing? Today is December 31st of 2021. So today is the last day of this year. And to celebrate the new year, we will be traveling, or we will be going to Illinois, and we would love for you guys to come along and take a look at all the things we will be doing today. So today we will be visiting some famous places, and these places are famous since a super famous Christmas movie was filmed in those areas or in those places. So with that being said, the famous movie is Home Alone, and this was filmed in Chicago, or in Illinois, near Chicago actually. So we will be visiting Kevin's house, the church, the grocery store, and the park, as well as we will also be taking a look at the stores, the neighborhood, and everything else that you might be able to find around that area. So now let's go on to the vlog. So before driving to Illinois or Chicago, we headed to Panera Bread to buy some bagels for the drive, as well as 2 pastry rings for tonight's celebration and dinner. And look you guys, these are the pastry rings. They have pastry cream, cranberry jam, and some icing drizzled on top. And this is my brother and his girlfriend Zing. Next is my mom and my little brother. In the distance, you can also see my dad. Here my little brother is eating his raisin and cinnamon bagel with some cream cheese on top. What are you guys eating?
I'm eating a blueberry scone.
What about you, Zing? Lemon drop cookie. In the front seat is my mom spreading her cream cheese on her blueberry bagel, and my dad eating his cinnamon crunch bagel as well. And we kept on driving until we reached Chicago, or near Chicago in Illinois, and guess where we went for breakfast? Yep, we went to Golden Corral, which is the same restaurant we went to on the previous video titled Christmas in Chicago. So if you haven't seen that video, I'll leave the link in the description in case you'd like to see that video as well. Once we were there, we each got our own plates. My mom got a salad with chicken, carrots, spinach, and greens. I got some pasta with green and yellow zucchini and some potatoes. My little brother got 2 slices of cheese pizza with a side of fries. And Zing got some mashed potatoes with veggies, chicken, and broccoli. As for my brother Miguel, he got a cheeseburger with a side of fries as well. And finally, my dad got a salad with 2 fries on top. Once we finished eating, we started driving to Kevin's house from Home Alone, and we actually drove by these places like the Tropical Smoothie Cafe, where you can find smoothies, fruits, and tons of healthy options. Right next is Starbucks for coffee, and Chuck E. Cheese is way in the back. We also saw a grocery store called Harvest Fresh Market, where I bet they have tons of fresh fruit and veggies. As we approached Kevin's house from Home Alone, the houses in that neighborhood were bigger and super beautiful. For example, look at this one right here. After driving around the neighborhood, we finally arrived at Kevin's house, and let me show you how it looks from the outside. I was also doing some previous research, and you can actually rent the house on Airbnb. I'd always thought based on the movie that Mr. Marley's house was right in front of Kevin's, but in reality Mr. Marley's house is right next to it. And Kevin and his brothers were looking out this side window while Mr. Marley was shoveling his walkway. And Mr. Marley is a man who Kevin was afraid of, and so this is his house. And since this is a tourist zone, there is a security truck to make sure that no one trespasses into the private properties. Later, this truck left and a little gray car with a security sign took its place. In front of Kevin's house is this blue house, and right next is this other one, which in fact this is the house in which the robbers were about to hit Kevin with their van. I don't know if you guys remember the scene where Kevin is walking on the sidewalk and the robbers are pulling out of the driveway, and they stop right in time before hitting Kevin with their van. After visiting Kevin's house and taking a look at the neighborhood, we drove to a park in which Home Alone was also filmed. In fact, this is the store from which Kevin accidentally steals a toothbrush and runs across the park. And this is the park. In the movie, we can see a gazebo instead of this park shelter or house. Also in the movie, there is an ice skating rink, which is where Kevin slides under some people's legs. But since it's been about 30 years since the movie was filmed, the park is remodeled now and they replaced the gazebo with this shelter, which also has the park's name, Hubbard Woods Park. In the back, we can see the playground, and it has some swings, a spider web or net for kids to climb on, these slides, monkey bars, and stairs. Next is another playground for younger kids, and everything is smaller there. In the distance, we can see once again the store from which Kevin stole the toothbrush from. Then we headed over to the grocery store from which Kevin buys his groceries. As soon as you enter, you can find the veggie and fruit section, so the produce. And there's different aisles with other items like cake mixes, sprinkles, chocolates, teas, etc. And here are the cash registers, which is where Kevin paid and spoke to one of the cashiers. This grocery store also has some mini shopping carts for kids to do their grocery shopping. Then while driving to the church, we ate some cuties, which my little brother bought and grabbed. And this is the church in which the movie was filmed. So Kevin was walking and he realized that the robbers were right behind him. So he runs towards the nativity scene, steals a piece of cloth from one of the nativity figures, and pretends to be part of the nativity scene. I think he was actually standing where my mom is at the moment. The church was actually closed, so we weren't able to enter and record inside, but we still got the opportunity to record and take some pictures outside. As we headed back to Wisconsin, we drove once again by this bridge. If you guys remember, we drove under this bridge as we headed to Illinois or Chicago. This bridge is called the Oasis, and it's a place where people can take a small break, get some food, and use the restroom if needed. So these are the restrooms for women and men. They are super spacious, and there's also this sign which labels the places like Chicago, Rockford, O'Hare, and Indiana. And look you guys, this is how the Oasis looks from inside. The cars coming my way are the cars heading over to Wisconsin, and the cars heading the opposite way are the cars heading over to Illinois. We also found this booth with various cupcakes like vanilla, peanut butter, chocolate, and red velvet, lemon drop, and here is the address and their website from which you can also order online. They also have cupcakes for puppies and for babies. On this table they have all of their cupcakes packaged and on display so it's easier for you to pick. Plus you can also pay with cash, debit, or credit. My little brother wanted a lemon drop cupcake, so the sponge is made with vanilla and lemon. The buttercream is also vanilla and the yellow drop is the lemon jam. Once we got back to Wisconsin and home, I changed into something a little bit more comfortable, so I put on my donut slippers we got from Walmart, my super comfy loose and warm pants, and my red shirt, which we actually made at our family business. And it says Happy New Year 2022, and it's got a green present, its lid, some confetti and stars, a wine bottle, as well as a wine glass, which are perfect for the new year. Later, my dad lit the fireplace and my little brother really wanted to toast some marshmallows, so my mom gave him a stick and a marshmallow for him to toast. For dinner, we bought some food from Olive Garden. We ordered everything online and then my parents picked it up. And here's a pastry ring we bought at Panera this morning. This pasta has 3 cheeses. There's some chicken parmesan on the side. And the best is this plain spaghetti with all of the sauce on the side, so you can add the sauce you want. So we have marinara and alfredo. After dinner, we went to the living room to watch a Christmas movie, and we also ate some salty snacks. And guess what movie we watched? Yep, it was Home Alone. Alright friends, and this was it for today's video. I really hope that you liked the content and the mini vlog. Thank you so much for coming along to Illinois to visit these beautiful places in which Home Alone was filmed. For example, Kevin's house, the church, the grocery store, and the park. Thank you so much for coming along, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you won't miss any of the following videos. And for this year 2022, I really hope that you have tons of blessings, health, peace, and prosperity among your friends, family, and loved ones. Again, thank you so much for watching, and see you on the following video. Bye guys!